Triambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrityor mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrityor mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanam mrityor mukshiyamamritat. Om. The sound of Om, Aum, Aum. You could draw it in your mind. Comprised of three letters: ah, oo, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, Triambakam, the three-eyed one. Shiva, Shiva, that which is not. Om Triambakam Yajamahe. I pay homage to the understanding of the three-eyed one, Adiyogi. Just the sound of Om Triambakam Yajamahe should paint a picture in your mind of calm. Om, that primordial sound. We all come from this no hyphen thing. Triambakam, that third eye of that which is not. Shiva, Yajamahe. And a way of expressing awe. Sugandhim pushti vardhanam. Sugandhim pushti vardhanam. Like a fragrance coming into the room. Urva ruka miva bandhanan is like a melon or a cucumber ripening and falling off of the vine. Mukshiya ma'amritat is a release from fear of one's mortality or death to achieve in liberation from pain and suffering, because everything is happening in the mind. Now, in the West, the mind is a different conception. It's sort of limiting. In the Vedic tradition, or the yogic sciences, the mind has 16 parts. Once you understand the mind a little bit more, and you have the courage to learn one simple mantra, that particular mantra of Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Rukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Frees you from any fear of other, any fear of misunderstanding, because it vibrates your entire being. This allows you to acquire access to your twinkle, that thing that is behind. If you're a good pupil, good student, you'll look in that little black spot in your eye and go way in there and find out who's driving this meat vehicle. That's who you're in essence talking to. And when you connect with that you, that which is not, that brings you to an understanding of Atma. And Shat is 6, Akam is verses. So Atma Shatakam would probably be something worth your time. Of the 6 verses, they're pretty much a collection of Nirvana. Shatakam is another way of saying this. Nirvana, Vana is sound, and Nir is, well, Vana is also form. Sound and form. From sound comes form. Everything is vibration. And Nirvana is no sound, no formation, or Shiva, that which is not. So Nirvana is to be in a state of the hyphen between the no and the thing, that nothing. And the way it works is it starts out by explaining the human mind. The first verse is Manho Buddhi Ankara Chitani na aham na cha shrotra jive na cha grana nitre na cha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayuha chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. What this is telling you is your manos is the silo of your memory. Your buddhi is your intellect, like a sharp knife that you slice and dice information. Ankara is your identity, how you identify. And your chitta is consciousness, an intelligence that's beyond the Western conception of consciousness. See, in the East, consciousness permeates everything and nothing. It's not as though it comes as a second order by just going in to understand the human mind and the language. Sanskrit provides you access with which to gain a different understanding, to know more better what you want to understand more well. So manho buddhi ankara chitta ani na aham, meaning I am not my mind. I am not the silo of my memory. I am not the sharp intellect that slices and dices everything up. I'm not the ego or that identity, or don't even get lost in the ego. Just think of the identity as the hand that holds the knife, and that's slicing and dicing the stuff in the silo. And that there's a wisdom greater than what's in your little meat vehicle, and that's your chitta. And even that na aham, because aham is this meat vehicle. Na aham is to understand that this twinkle encased in a spark in that pineal pituitary itty bitty little pine cone gland in your brain is driving this meat vehicle. So what you're looking at in the mirror is to be a good pupil and go into that pupil. Find that spark. The spark is the spacesuit. The spacesuit for the twinkle. You're the twinkle. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are, right? So all of this stuff, if you embrace the alphabet, just the vowels, just the consonants, and take your time with understanding how the letters themselves work, from there you can appreciate all of these mantra that you have a very basic understanding of, and instead of having an external understanding from what someone else told you and that you believe in some sense is correct, you need to experience it for yourself. So the experience of the experience is the experience, and you become experienced from within. This is what you might call squeegeeing the third eye. That's why you would want to study Sanskritam. Now, there's a problem with this. It'll take over your life. It'll change who you are. So don't take it lightly. If you spend time thinking briefly about how long was the eternity prior to your birth, and the short period of life that you have, and how much time you will spend in that eternity after you have passed. Does it make sense to spend all of your time in this particular realm on those things manifested in the fantastic land of material, the land of fantastic manifestations? Is not knowledge the first thing to acquire? And with the wealth of knowledge, that wealth has a value that isn't in dollars. It isn't in showing. It's something that imprints on the twinkle, that it's like your DNA, and it gets stamped. You had this experience, and this was the quality of that experience. And then when the spark leaves the meat vehicle, and the spark burns off, and the little twinkle inside floats back to the source, you're seeking the source. I think that's a better expression, or a better use of one's limited amount of time on this planet. But it's going to be hard. You're going to have to starve like I currently am right now. Anybody want to help me to go further and share this?